right. Don't. There, my wife is talking away while we're trying to get the stream going here. All right, is everybody back? We good now? We should have Facebook Blue, Facebook Personal, TikTok, and ding, ding, ding. It should be up on YouTube also, which is where you're watching my fine mug from. Let's see, put your time on. Pin. There's no pin. Why is there no pin?
It's there.
Oh, it's YouTube Watch. Trippy says YouTube Watch. No, I don't see it. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't pop out the new one. Stand by! Goddamn redneck hillbilly. That's me. It's my dumbass thing. I got to do this. No. I'm going to go by here. I'm going to go over here, and then I'm going to go to chat, and I'm going to pop out chat, and pop out chat. I'm going to pop out chat. Chat's popped out. Now minimize. Boom. And let's go to PayPal, and then pin. All right, now we're back. Good Lord. All right, is everybody seeing, smelling what I'm stepping in? Are we good to go? Listen, just on a thing here, let me do something real quick just to show you. While we did that, just because you tech nerds out there, the girls seem to love, I just ran a speed test real quick while we were waiting, and that's what my speeds were. So for you tech nerds out there, my computer's running fast right now. I'm only using up 2% of my CPU and my GPU, almost nothing. And the screen's cold, the fans are running, everything's fine on this end. And I'm kind of thinking that I got good up and download speed. I'm starting to think that unless there was a glitch in Spectrum cable out there, and maybe there was, maybe Spectrum dropped off a bit and came back, it's possible. I'm starting to think it's Streamlabs. I'm starting to think that we overloaded Streamlabs. We didn't have all the buffering stuff until we started adding, we added TikTok, we added X, we added Twitch. We start putting them on there. We're seeing like 9 different platforms. I'm thinking Streamlabs is having a problem. So that's not those aren't bad numbers to me, unless you guys tech nerds know something I don't. Those seem solid. And I just ran that. I just took a screenshot before we got back. So now you guys know what I know. All right. We're buffering again. Oh my God, how could we be buffering again? Yeah, Jeremy B, that's about as much as I can get for upload speed. Look at that. It says we're buffering. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why. I would have no idea why we're buffering right now.
Okay, you're back.
We just dumped a ton of stuff on there. I don't know. What.
Saying it's your Mac.
Here we go. You bunch of haters out there. All right, so
back.
We should continue. I'm going to try to continue.
Just work through it.
All right, so that was a bump. So we're going to this mustard Skittles, and speaking of repair, stuff. Oh yeah, the Minden garage sale. Yeah, so that was what the signs were like, and that's what we did. Now, I don't want you guys to think. What I was telling you is, I don't want you guys to think that Sun Valley Fox, that he's been living out there for 32 years, up in those hills. He's got some issues, but he doesn't do anything. He's not trying to. He's not stupid. He just makes mistakes. Even when he was younger, he did the same thing. I found this picture from he tried to get his wife a nice personalized plate. It was before they lived there, and so he got his wife a nice customized plate for their Volvo. And down the road she went, and she was happy, but she was getting honked at a lot, and everybody was just waving, and guys were flirting with her, and her license plate just was simple. It said "nicest mom." That's a good thing to be the nicest mom. You want to be the nicest mom. Sun Valley Fox got that for his wife and said, honey, you're the nicest wife, but you're also the nicest mom. The problem was, he just makes mistakes. This is the way he spelled it. See where I'm going with that? See? That's just, it's not his fault. He doesn't do stuff on purpose like that. He tries, made a few mistakes, it created a little bit of havoc, especially when the kids were all in high school. You can imagine, did his best. It's not his fault like there, but there are some things that the Sun Valley Fox does. He exaggerates a little bit, as all boomers do. They get bored with their own stories in life, and they add some color and flavor to them. That's why they make good storytellers. That's why boomers still make really good movies for us to watch. They make things, just elaborate a little bit, and give or take a lie or two, makes a good story. So I'll refresh one, because now I've got 2 of these. The Sun Valley Fox, his efforts to bring us up to Nevada. We were concerned about the snow. So we said, hey, we'd like to move to Dayton, but I don't want to get buried in 9 feet of snow. No snow. You guys know this story. You heard this story. No snow. No, everything's fine. No snow there at all. And so, okay, well, no, a little bit. So we get more snow than you do, and we're surviving in the snow. We're just fine. You could be fine. We're fine. You're fine. Just go ahead. So, we buy the property out there, and we're driving out a different way of town, and we're not even a mile outside of town, and I pull over. I skidded over the side of the road, and Her Majesty the Queen's like, what are you doing? I said, look at these fucking snow markers. So the snow plows, they got to know where the road is. They're 10 feet fucking tall. What do you mean there's no snow out here? We got a little further, and there's a whole big area for putting chains on your tires to get into the town of Dayton, to get out of the town of Dayton. All right, I told you guys this story. So I go find him. So you tricked me into moving out. You told me there's no snow. There's a fucking bunch of snow. All right. We got past the snow story. So we were up at his house this time, and I had asked him, I said, listen, I want a wall of trees. On one side of the property, I want a wall of trees. I mean, I've got big fucking, like they're fruitless mulberries, poplar trees. You know how they, big leaves, and they grow dormant in the winter, and they spring, and they boom, and they're just beautiful. And they're 60 feet tall. They're huge. You plant them 10 feet apart, and they will grow into each other. I mean, they're awesome looking. They bring some green and some shade, and they block the wind. It's great. Well, those don't grow out here in Nevada. So this side of the mountain is can't grow like this. Nevada high desert up here in a certain. And I said, well, what do you think? He goes, well, you got to do a pine tree. I said, pine trees take too long. I mean, you could plant 50 pine trees. I'm not going to be around for them to grow big. He goes, oh, no. Come around to my side of the house and look. So let me show you on his side of the house. This is actually a Google Street View of his house, okay? And those are the trees on his property, the pine trees. Now, I didn't show you the apex, the roof of the house, but you can imagine it's just a little bit out of the picture. 2 of those trees aren't even as tall as his fucking house. And I said, all right, well, yeah, your pine trees. I said, how long have they been growing? He goes, oh, those right there, they grew like that in just 20 years. I go, 20 fucking years? I don't have 20 years for them to grow 15 feet. What the fuck are you talking about? I can't. No, I'm not doing that. No. The pine trees. You'll grow some big pine trees. It'll be just like you want. Everything's fine. This is the pine tree in my front yard that I planted. This thing isn't even 10 years old. I got a 2-story house. When you climb to the top of that tree, you can see over every house in my neighborhood. 10 years. That's a fucking pine tree. Then how come my shit grows like in his 20 years? It isn't even a third as tall as mine. That's a fucking pine tree. And then I got to thinking, I should have caught this. I should have caught on to this when I was standing there, but I didn't. Do you remember that picture that I showed you? I just showed you his pine trees, and look what's his neighbor's got. Look at right fucking next to the pine trees that we're talking about. His neighbor's got a fucking tree like mine. A poplar tree, a fruitless mulberry. It's fucking giant. That's one tree. Now, what did the first thing he told me? Oh, you can't grow those. I know you can't. We have to go down and talk to a nursery about the tree. You can't get on a tree like that. No. And I'm thinking, now that I'm looking, it's like I'm just got to say, hey, Sun Valley Fox, have a Geritol moment. Take your one a day. Get your heart rate down. I just got to go over and talk to the neighbor and go, excuse me, what are those? That's it. It's all I got to do is walk 60 feet to the north and knock on the door and go, excuse me, sir, what are those trees? Because those are on the right side of the fence. The pine trees are on the wrong side of the fence. That's what I'm looking for, what that dude has right here. Now, maybe Sun Valley Fox can't grow it on his side of the fence. Maybe his are just stunted, dwarf, midget pine trees that take 20 years to grow as tall as his garage. But the ones I'm looking for are right there. Those. And get them if they're mature. You go to a nursery and get them that are mature. They're already about 10 feet tall, just need to fill out and go. That's what I'm looking for. I'm just saying, this whole pine tree story was another snow story. There was a snow story about Dayton. Now there's a pine tree story about Dayton. I don't know how many stories I'm going to get. It's too late. I'm stuck. I'm moving there. I've already sold everything off, packed up my stuff, rented a house, bought a piece of land. I'm on my way. But it would be nice if the Sun Valley Fox would quit lying to me. Now, I don't mind being lied to. All right? Let's be clear about that. I don't mind if you tell me a story. I don't mind if you exaggerate. But he's lying about nature. He's lying about Mother Nature. He's lying about snow. He's lying about pine trees, and that I cannot abide. I have to draw the line somewhere, sir. Somewhere. And I draw the line at you can't fool Mother Nature. I saw that commercial when I was a kid about butter. Mother Nature gets fucking angry. You can't fool Mother Nature. All right? She's going to be mad at you lying just about nature. You can lie about anything else, just not that. Really gets my goat around here. All right, so I will tell you that I don't want you guys to think that I'm totally anti-Sun Valley Fox. I'm not. I'm not anti-Sun Valley Fox. There's actually a lawsuit that Gen X Talks filed on behalf of the Sun Valley Fox. Yeah. Once he became famous in the San Fernando Valley, there was just news articles and cartoons, and they even did a TV show pilot about the Sun Valley Fox, but he picked up and he moved 30 years ago, and so his popularity died out until he resurfaced here on Gen X Talks, and his following is growing again. But that doesn't give you the right to make fun of him. That's my job. And one of you guys out there with a major news publication, major magazine that I will still remain nameless, you guys ran a couple cartoons about the Sun Valley Fox. I asked you to take them down. You wouldn't do it, so we had to file a lawsuit. But these are the type of cartoons that we're trying to get put down. These, I don't care how accurate they are, okay? I don't think it's okay to be making fun of the elderly, and I certainly don't think it's not okay to be making fun of a member of the Bottom of the Glass Nation. He's one of us. He's one of you guys. And so I'm trying to get this stopped. As funny as it is, there's just some humor at some expense at the elderly. I think we all need to pull together on stuff like this. So we'll be taking donations for the lawsuit. We've already filed it. It's going to be a long battle. I'm sure there's going to be more cartoons published until we can get a cease and desist order. But this injustice will not stand. This injustice will not stand. You guys keep that in mind. All right. I got through that whole segment. I didn't break a smile once. So hooray for me. All right. So there was something else. Real quick, I'm going to keep this one on file for many years.